Back we come with the best games and highlights from an exciting week in the NBA, starting with the Rockets and Nuggets. Closing seconds here. Mahmoud Abdul-Rauf with the pull-up jumper to tie, and he hits. Ernie's bunch was loving it and looking at overtime until Clyde Drexler's prayers were answered.
Drexler's going to get one off for the game. It's good. He kissed it. Count the basket. Houston wins 123-120.
Next up, the game of the week, possibly the game of the year, which saw Drexler picking up right where he left off. The Rockets led by 12 going into the fourth, but the Mavericks rallied behind a trio of three-pointers by Jason Kidd to grab the lead late in the quarter. Hakeem could only sit back and watch, but at least he had a good seat for all this.
Sam Cassell for a three.
And so we move on to overtime. Houston up 3. Time running out on the Mavs.
He goes!
Kidd's 8th three-pointer of the game sent it into double overtime. Here the Mavericks able to run off the game's final 10 points behind Jamal Mashburn, who netted 42. And who else? Jason Kidd, who notched his 3rd triple-double in a week. 38 points, 11 rebounds, 10 assists. Can you say Rookie of the Year? Well, they were saying it in Milwaukee that same night as Grant Hill and Glenn Robinson battled it out straight on into overtime. The battle was won by the big dog, 30 points to 25 for Hill, and he also won the war. The Bucks edged out a 5-point victory over the Pistons, continuing to keep their flickering playoff hopes alive in the East. On to Tacoma, where the top 2 teams in the Pacific met. Shawn Kemp, 27 points, 15 rebounds. The baseball pass to Gary Payton, the hoop and the harm as they went blow for blow into the fourth. That's when Dan Marley caught fire with 3 three-pointers as the Suns took command. Charles Barkley added 17 points and 14 rebounds, but don't celebrate too much, Charles. You've got the Spurs tomorrow.
No, they have us tomorrow night. They come to our house. We'll be ready.
Okay, it's tomorrow. Spurs and Suns. Barkley to beat the halftime buzzer. Yes, as Marv would say, and he certainly looks ready to us. San Antonio kept pace into the fourth behind the Admirals' 25 points. But another late Phoenix run would have Charles, who fouled out, going nuts on the sideline. A Wayman Tisdale putback with 24 seconds remaining clinched an impressive 2-game sweep of the Suns' Great Western Showdown. And finally, some familiar faces in old places. Hakeem returned to the Rockets lineup, while Otis Thorpe returned to the Summit to a standing ovation. A little in-your-face for the former mates as Clyde Drexler skies for the Jam. And there was plenty of Hakeem with 35 points on 14 of 19 shooting as the Rockets go on to the win.